Hello and welcome back to Jimmy22. Today I'm going to be going through a splashing guide, a very simple way to train magic in RuneScape where you don't have to click very often. It's really good for being AFK on mobile, especially now that a lot of people are working from home, or if you're editing videos or just want to watch something, you don't want to do any clicking, you literally have to click 3 times an hour if you timed it well. Realistically, probably 4 or 5 times an hour just to make sure. So to start splashing, what you're going to need is a staff to autocast a spell with and a magic attack bonus of -65. So to achieve this, you're going to need a metal full helm, plate body, plate legs, and kite shield. I've obviously gone for iron because my account is a pure. And if you don't have 40 range, you're going to need to get a cursed goblin staff from Diango in Draenor Village. It costs 45 GP. It's the least cost-effective way of splashing in the game, but anyone can do it and you can get started this way. Once you've attained 45 range, you can start using elemental staffs to start saving money on runes, as long as you equip the green D Hive Embraces to go with them. If you can afford it, you can get the combination battle staffs, like the smoke battle staff, which has fire and air runes, which is the most cost-effective way of splashing. You can splash anywhere in RuneScape as long as you can find a monster that isn't going to hit you back, which is basically any level 1 monster. You can always look on the old school RuneScape wiki bestiary for levels 1 to 10 and see anything that's just got 1 in combat stats, they're never actually going to hit through your defense. The only exception to this is anything in Lumbridge. As you can see on the map and screen, this is the highlighted area. If you try to splash there, you will stop gaining XP because of an update that Jagex wanted to put in, because having loads of people splashing in Lumbridge for new players would have been very bizarre and very weird and a little bit off-putting, so I can kind of understand it. There's a few places that I would recommend going, so if you're a free-to-play player or a members player, you can go to all of these, but for free-to-play guys, the Seagulls at Port Sarim aren't going to hit you back, and it's a nice single combat zone. You've got chickens in the Wizard's Tower's basement, which you can splash on. You've got various rats and things running around in Remington and other areas of Port Sarim. You've also got spiders and rats in Varrock Sewer, which is nice and close to the Grand Exchange, but that is a multi-combat zone. But yeah, basically anything that you can find that's not going to hit you back is perfect to splash on. In pay-to-play, a couple of other locations would be the Gnome Children in the Treenham Village, all the undead chickens at the Ectofungus. You know, it's really up to you, but if you go to any of those places, there'll be loads of things to hit. Last, and probably most importantly, how much experience are you going to get per hour splashing, and how much GP is it going to cost? So you can hit about 1200 combat spells per hour, as long as you're splashing effectively and not going super AFK. So presuming that you can click 4 or 5 times an hour, which you should be able to if you manage to get this far in the video, that's how we're going to take it going forwards. So as you can see from the splashing guide in the RuneScape wiki, it is very expensive to splash at a certain level, and depending on how much GP per hour you can afford to spend on it is going to factor into a lot of which spell should you use. If you have as much money as you possibly could ever want in the game and you can afford to do it, always go for the highest spell that you can do, because you are going to save so much time. If cost is not an option, that's what you should do. If you do not have a lot of money and this is just something you want to do on the side just to get like 100k XP a day or whatever, Fire Strike at level 13, it's going to get you 1300 and a bit XP, sorry, 13,000 XP per hour, which isn't great, but 10 hours a day, 130k, it'll add up if you're really on a tight budget. I think the most cost-effective way, so that it's not taking forever but isn't costing too much, is probably the bolt spells or the blast spells. They have a good amount of XP per hit, and cost-effective wise, they're not that expensive per hour, but they are still much more expensive than doing the strikes. Unless you are in the wave bracket, I wouldn't recommend doing it. I don't think it's really worthwhile, especially when you get to like 85 magic. If you are going to just blast through it, you should just go straight to Surge. It would be a lot quicker, and you'll probably actually save money doing it. You can also use ancient spells, but you're going to have a staff that does only casts autocast ancient spells, and I think you can only realistically use a Kodai 1, so if you can afford it, yeah, by all means, go for it, you absolutely insane bastard, but I'd just stick to the standard spellbook for now, personally, if I was you. So yeah, that's the guide. If you have any questions, or if you think I've missed anything, please do let me know in the comments. All the feedback's going to be really greatly appreciated. I'm currently 92 magic, and I'm really trying to get all the way up to 99 doing this, just AFK and on the mobile at home, which is perfect because I'm working from home a lot. So thank you all for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, do all the good YouTube things, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.